stream. Full transparency, just so I don't have to edit. So we'll see who pops in. We're going to use our Composed Cool palette from Vanngo Beauty, the love of my life, even though he doesn't know who I am, but in my mind, he is the love of my life. I did do a swatch party with this and his other products, but I have not done eye looks with this yet. And so we're going to do two looks. We're going to do like we've been doing. One quad is going to be one eye, the other quad is the other eye. And since I have two of his bronzers and two of his blushes, we're going to use one blush, one bronzer on each side. That's what these are. I do have two of his eyeliners. We're just going to do the blue, which is personal preference on one eye, and one at a time, which is the green on the other eye for interims and lower lash line. And we have two of his lipsticks. We have Vanngo Red, which I purchased, and when I swatched it on my hand, it looked like an orange red. Janessa was saying, don't get the orange one, because I knew I wanted the orange one, which is on the runway. So she kept saying, don't get it, don't get it. You got Vanngo Red. She had this sent to me. She ordered it and had it sent to me. So she's sneaky, but thank you, Janessa. So these are the two lipsticks. And so we're going to do one half, one lipstick, one half the other. So two completely separate looks. And we're going to start from the beginning. I only have one skincare. In full transparency, I just did that like 5 minutes ago. I have been in lounge mode all weekend. We're going to do our entire face. Thank you, replay crew. Thank you for those who popped in after the fact. So we're just going to get in and just do this like it's a video. It'll probably be at least an hour long, depends on how much I talk and chit chat. But for now, my intents and purposes is just to do this as a video because it is impromptu. I'm not expecting many people to come in. So, and this is his only lip liner that I purchased. This was the darker one. I wish that it was darker or a little warmer, and this is above the line. So I do like Vanngo Red by itself, but I'm thinking if I want to use this lip liner too. I also have Brilliant Blues, which I used, Generous Green and Yellow, which I used, and Wonderful Warm, which I have used. And so again, Composed Cool is the only one that I have not used yet. And so, yeah, I don't want to say I've been neglecting it. This is City Beauty plumping lip oil. This was sent to me, and I do buy their stuff too because I really enjoy the stuff that they send, and so I end up buying what I really like. And that's how you can tell when I really like something. Hey Janessa, I know, surprise, I just went through this whole thing about, you know, whoever pops in, and thank you to the replay crew. Hey Dawn, we're going to do Composed Cools. One look, and one blush, one bronzer each side. We're going to use both of these. One lip is going to be Vanngo Red. Well, one half is going to be Vanngo Red. One half is going to be on the runway. So two completely different looks. We're going to put one each on one side. So two completely different looks. I'm debating whether or not to use this lip liner. I do wish it was darker and a little more warm than it is, but I'm thinking we may use that just to use all of his stuff that I got. Well, keep using the stuff that I got. So we're going to start with brows. I hope someone would do a live. I feel a little, oh, Dawn. Well, I'm glad I could fill that void for you. It is always good to see you. You are one of my ride or die official trollkin, and I do really appreciate you. So we're going to start this from the beginning like we do with most looks. So we're going to start with the brows, of course. I see people popping in. Go ahead and thumbs up. Subscribe, go through my playlist. I do have a Vanngo Beauty playlist. I have 4 of his palettes, 2 of his blushes, 2 of his bronzers, 2 eyeliners, a lip liner, and 2 lipsticks. And so we're going to be using all of that. Composed Cools is the only one I have not used yet. So go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell because there will be more looks coming. I think my next focus may be the Natasha Denona Dramatic palette because I've done swatches. I haven't done any looks because Janessa J. Champagne and I have been doing live streams with our Vanngo Beauty products. You almost did a random live with Five Below haul. I still have not gone to the newer Five Below, and I'm wondering how new it is because I don't go out every day. And one day I just happened to look over and I saw it, and I'm like, how long has that been there? And there's another one like that one's like 5 minutes away, and then there's one that's like 10 minutes away. So I'm like, when did all of these Five Belows pop up? And it's another one 10 minutes away in the other direction. So I'm just like, Five Below is just trying to take over. And so I kept saying I was going to go. I went way above my eyebrows on this side. Yes, and it seems like they're trying to take over, but that's okay. If people shop there, it's good. Yeah, this one I went way up. I don't even have hair up there. So let me bring this side up. It's been chilly in here today. I think it's like 60 something outside. My thermostat was set on 79. And I have a red mark right here. Y'all, stuff just be biting me. Y'all see this? What the heck? Um, y'all, something is always getting me. I was standing outside the other day, and so I think something bit me. My apartment is one of the corner apartments, so when I open the door, there's like a wall, the cement wall on each side, and so it kind of gathers insects. Because when I lived in the middle apartment, there was no wall, and so stuff would just fly by. But because this door is in the corner, I think stuff just gets trapped, and they're like, how do I get out of here? And there's no light over here in the corner. There's a light in the center of the walkway, but not over here in the corner. So stuff gets stuck here. I'll open the door, be a moth on the door, and I'm like, you're not welcome here. Like, I know you were here first, but you got to go. Yeah, so this one is up way high, so we're going to fill this in. But you know, with the fans on doing, it's cool in here for live streams and videos. I do usually turn it down to 75 because these lights and the material of this chair I'm sitting in, you know, it encourages sweat. But usually it is really cool. So the fan is not on now. I'll probably turn it on later. And I didn't turn the thermostat down because I was actually kind of chilly. I was chilly in here, and I'm like, it still says 79. Like, why am I chilly? And so I think it's cool outside, but still, like, my windows are closed. I think I might open it. I think it's like 60 something outside right now. And so we're getting back to cooler weather. The nights had cooled off a little while ago, and then it got warm again. I don't even know what season this is supposed to be because the weather is just doing whatever it wants to do. I'm not going to do too much of the brows, I said, as I keep messing with the brows. We'll see if I'm still in all the reps. I was catching up on quiet work thing and then heading home. So thank y'all for being here. And thanks again to the replay crew. Yeah, I was going to do a video and I was just like, ugh, then I'm going to have to edit. And I've been slacking. Like, I have been bumming all weekend. And so I was just like, And I saw Michelle had a video posted today. And I said, I'll watch her video while I'm doing my base face. And then I said, you know what? Let's just do it live and just do the whole thing since I got to do the base anyway. So that's why we are here. And I have really been wanting to use this palette. I have really been in just chill mode. All day Saturday and all day today. I do want to go out tomorrow to get some food stuffs. I think I want to make elbow macaroni tuna salad. That's what I think I want to make. But I don't have elbow macaroni. I'm going to leave the brows. I don't know if they're getting along today. We're just going to leave the brows because we're going to move on because we got a lot to do. So, put on our eye cream also from City Beauty. Oh, I squirted out too much. Because sometimes I have to put pressure for it to squirt out. And then when I think it's going to not squirt out, but it does, and I end up with too much. I'm noticing my grays are coming in more right here. It probably looks like a bald patch, but this is a family of grays over there. And I noticed this side is more gray than that side, which does not matter. I have our brushes here from when I washed them after the last live stream, and they've been sitting here waiting for me to use them to use this palette. And while Dawn's telling you go home and get rest, the internet should be working. Whose videos did I watch today? I was watching some MSNBC stuff. Y'all, this is nuts. This administration, I'm not going to talk politics, but so much stuff is happening that a lot of stuff gets missed by the media because it's like, what do you focus on today? So there are a lot of things going on that we are not aware about because the more pressing, or the news that seems more pressing, overshadows those quiet things that are happening in the middle of the night kind of thing. Y'all, this is like really almost done. See if I'm missing comments. I do want to just get into this look. So I'm gonna try and go as fast as I can, which means just keep, oh, drop something. Just keep moving. Office is fairly comfy, except that you're super disorganized. Sometimes there's a method in the madness. One of my coworkers years ago, I'm one of them people, I know where everything is that I own. And when I can't find something, it annoys me. So I'm like, I know where everything is that I own. And one of my coworkers years ago, she was the opposite. Like stuff, if I walked into her office, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, how do you, like, I couldn't even imagine, like, how do you function like this? But anytime I would ask her for something, she would go right to it. She'd be like, oh, that's right here, that's right there. So she knew where everything was, even though it was very chaotic. And, but that was her system. And they say that how someone's possessions are, like, that's how they live. Because in and her office, like that, it made sense to her. And that's how she functioned best. Where for me, I need stuff to be organized for me to function properly, because when stuff is everywhere, it's like I have trouble focusing on any one thing, because I'm just like, it's just stuff everywhere. And they do say it's something that how you live or how you keep your stuff, they say they say it's telling about, like, part of who you are as a person. And there is no right or wrong, because we function differently, we think differently. And so, but I would be like, how in the world do you work in here? But she knew where everything was. And it was so cluttered to me, to my mind. Like, she would have to clear off a chair for me to even sit down. Like, it was just stuff everywhere in her office. And I was just like, how can you even focus? But she knew where everything was, and she was very productive. I usually wipe forward and then I sniff fingers. Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing that. I do hope at some point you do wash your hands. This being random, impromptu, I do expect it to be a Thursday. I do. Janessa, you don't even have to moderate if you don't want to, because I expect it to be a Thursday, and I'll just either say something snarky or just ignore. So don't feel obligated to moderate, because this was impromptu, it wasn't planned. So yeah. No worries, I'm doing IOI work. Okay. All right. Yeah, I am fully prepared to just ignore. And because this was impromptu, I feel rushed. I feel like just get it done. Like just get it done as quickly as possible. And I know I am putting that pressure on myself. And I did it vertical because every week or so I do get an update from YouTube Studio Analytics or whatever, and it gives me, and sometimes I do post it on my community tab when it's like, you know, this is what you did this week, you know, 5 lives, well no, 5 videos, 2 lives, you know, 6 posts, whatever, and it'll tell you like where people find you from. And lately some people have been finding me from vertical live streams, and so I'm like, you know what, let me just do this vertical this way versus doing it horizontal, even though I like that view better, because for me, when I'm watching it on TV, of course, I can see more of what's happening, and even on my phone I can see more of what is happening because it's just a wider screen when it's vertical. And so I do prefer horizontal. Wait a minute, what am I? Yeah, I do prefer horizontal, but it does feel like YouTube was pushing vertical, and they were for a while, because they had a bonus thing where if you did, and this was months and months and months ago, where if you did like X amount of vertical shorts, you know, you would get a bonus. And I did get the bonuses. One time it was like $200 bonus if you do like X number of vertical stuff within a month. And again, that was a while ago. And so I do feel like they were pushing it, but it is working. And I don't know what it is that people, I don't know, it seems they're more, well, some are more what's the word I'm looking for? Are more, thank you, Janessa, are more likely to see you vertical. And I don't know if it's because it shows up where the shorts show up, and that might be it, because quite a few people do find me from shorts and my vertical lives, which show up for shorts. But, and I'm wondering too, well, I don't know, I was going to say I wonder too if that's why it seems like my regular videos have been getting fewer views because I've been doing so many lives. And not because of that, but just because of how people find me. So we're going to put hardworking. This is going to be the lighter side. Let me see, make sure I hold the palette up the right way. Because one side is going to be a lighter side. We're going to hold it up this way. So this eye is going to be these four, the lighter side. This side, I'll just hold it upside down because that's where it's going to be. This side will be the lighter side. This side will be the darker side. They're scrolling down. You can see a lot of different lives. Yeah. And so I do think that has something to do with it. So this is going to be the lighter side. So we're going to put hardworking, and I did just take out different brushes. So hardworking, this bronzer. I always go backwards. I do bronzer, then blush, and then highlighter. So I start here and then like work my way up, where some people do opposite. I think most people do seem to do highlighter last though. But I feel like most people do, y'all, but as far as blush or bronzer first, like I don't know what it seems like people are doing. So I'm just making up stuff right now. I do want him to have a highlighter, even though I don't think I'd be excited about it, but I would definitely get it just to say I'm using, you know, one of his highlighters with his blushes and bronzers. This one is Resilience. So we're going to put this on this side because this is a little bit deeper than Hardworking. Hey, Song Jones. How are you this evening? Or morning, depending on where you are in the world. I realized I didn't even do my intro. I really did just kind of jump in. I had Botox Farms today. Other than that, I have not even eaten. I am just such in chill mode that even my stomach is just like, yeah, we can just keep resting. Like I am just, oh, that is nice. I wonder, I just now realized too that he doesn't have any contour. Any contour powders. And even I use, this is the brush from Hardworking. And even though I use bronzer and contour interchangeably, it just now dawned on me that he doesn't have a contour. I don't even know if he really uses contour. So we have Legacy and we have Possibilities. So we're going to put the lighter one on this side. This is the light side. And we're going to put this on this side because it's more bold. So we're going to take Possibilities. Yo, I am really, oh my gosh, I am really loving his products. I need to do my inner rooms and lower lash line. I don't know why everything looks orange to me. I don't know. I do have color perception issues for those who are new here. Like I seriously do. That is pretty. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't. And this one is Legacy. And Janessa has this as well. You had Panda Express on your day trip? I have not had Panda Express in a long time. There's one right down the street. When I first went there, I was confused because like there's this place in the mall called Ruby's Thai Kitchen, and each entree comes with, you know, a meat, a protein, and you can choose between rice or noodles, and if you also want vegetables. And so I just had in my mind that that's how Panda Express was, even though it's a fast food place. And so I ordered and what it was, I probably didn't pay attention to the menu. And so I ordered some kind of chicken. And so I paid, and I got home, and that's all it was just the chicken. And I'm just like, it ain't no rice, it ain't no vegetables. But that was my fault because I didn't read the menu properly. But I was just so thrown off. And so I have not gone back because I'm like, it should not be a big ordeal to get like a full meal. Like, I don't think. But yeah, I have not gone back. We're going to put this 2 different highlighters. And he doesn't have one. We're going to take Golden Pyrite to put on this lighter side. Hey, Haywood, how are you? What are you up to tonight? So we're going to put this here because this is the lighter side. I can say I am really surprised that people are coming in because when I just do a pop-up live, I really don't expect. Y'all, this, look at it. Golden Pyrite. Definitely impromptu, Janet. I was just like, because I needed to use Composed Cools when I needed to, but I wanted to, and I was going to do a video, and I'm sitting here watching stuff on the news, and I'm like, you know what, let me just do the video, and then I'm like, you know what, no, let's just do a live. So then I wanted to edit. We're going to take Fire Opal, and we're going to put that on the dark side. We have a light side and a dark side. This, y'all, oh my gosh. So that's Fire Opal. This is golden pyrite. Y'all, golden pyrite. Oof. Sometimes it looks brighter to me than other times. Golden pyrite, and then sometimes it just looks like, it's a little bit of shine. So I'm kind of surprised right now. Hey, Locke. I am surprised people are popping in because I really just popped on myself. I think I might, no, you know what? I was going to say I might use Max Paint Pot and Black Mirror for upper line liner, but we have a black, which is Y2K water liner from Lethal, so I'm going to do that. So let me right now move this so that I can move the mirror closer. You switched over to your laptop, so it's easy to keep up with the chat. Okay, and also, I mean, like, for real, Janessa, you know, don't feel obligated, because this was just a pop-up thing. I'm taking up mascaras, because sometimes I'll be forgetting mascaras. We're going to do our inner rims. Let's see. Both of these do show up really nice. And I was looking at his purple and brown one to see if I wanted to get those, but I do have the matte brown one, but I don't have a purple. But anyway, we're going to put this on this side. This will be the darker eye. This blue is really deep though, in my opinion. Like when I put it on, I'm just like, oh, that looks really dark. I do like how these perform. They do seem to wear out pretty quick though, so we'll see how long they last. These are very creamy and they do stay. I forget, excuse me, what video I was watching, and just seeing somebody do their upper inner rim, like that is it and it's done. Like it is just so easy because it's so creamy. And now I'm gonna wind it down a little bit. I'm gonna do our lower lash line. I love that they're retractable. Y'all know I love my retractable liners. I was watching Miriam's video today, and I haven't watched her in a while. She had received the Natasha palettes in PR. So I was watching her video today. And they are cute palettes. And every time I think maybe I'll go ahead and get the soft for my kit, I'm supposed to be looking to see the PAO for the Mario. The Mario is only 12 months. Here's a new one I thought about getting because I really do like that one. I was thinking of getting it for my kit, but because the PAO is 12 months, I probably won't. Like, I'm not sure yet. It is very basic. The color story is supposed to be nature. But I'm like, nature has more color than that palette. So I'm just like, what are you talking about? But anyway, and this one, this is the lip liner. This ain't what I'm using yet. So personal preference is this blue one, and one eye at a time is the green one. Okay, now I'm starting to get warm already. So I'm just winding it up a little bit. And we're gonna put this on our inner rims. And those of you who have been here, my ride or die, it's like y'all already know my whole process. Oh, so looking at Miriam's video, I'm like, I'm not going to get the soft one, even for my kit, because I have the Esom, you know, for my kit. And I wonder if it'll look different in person, but for her, hey Grace, but her video, the light looks super, super light, and I was just like, oof. But then it is made for lighter complexions, and so it makes sense. And the people that do just want eye looks from me, some are fair and some are deep. So, and I have the Sculpt palette in there, so if I needed to go light, I could. We're going to take this blue one again. You're editing Paris Corner video, says Grace. Grace, I don't know how you do it all. Like, I really don't. Just going to wing that out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Do y'all watch, what is it called? Coco something. I'm going to post one of their videos on my, turn this fan on my community tab. It's when, like today, the one I watched today was LA people testing each other's chicken and waffles. So it's like a food show. And so, you know, whatever city or state or whatever, you cook the same dish and you rate each other's dishes. And so the one I watched today was hilarious. Did this transfer? It sure did. And we could just leave it there. That liner transferred up here. I'm not a fan of pulling on my face, on my eyes, because I already have wrinkles. I was gonna say, is that a freckle? But no, it is coming off. It's interesting. Um, hey KK. I was wondering if you were live, and something told me to check first before I came on here, and then I didn't. I didn't put on finishing powders. We're gonna put Mood Light over here and Luminous Light on this side. Or should we flip it? We're gonna put Luminous Light over here because this is a lighter side. So I want to take a different brush. Yeah, we're gonna use our lethal brushes. So we're gonna have like 2 brushes for everything. So Luminous Light Champagne Pearl is what it's described as. And we're gonna put that on this side. Oh, you know what, Kay? It's not even time for your live because yours start at 11. So I don't even know what I was thinking. Maybe that's why I didn't end up looking, because maybe subconsciously I'm like, it's not her time. I'm still tossing around the idea of doing a late night troll play live. And I know one of your mods was like, there's room for everybody, which I do know, but like if I want to pop in on you, I can't do that if I'm in a live too. You know what I mean? And so that's why I was asking that question. But it may be, so that's Luminous Light. And we're going to take Mood Light, which is described as sheer lavender pink. When I first got it, I didn't know if I was going to like it, but I really do. I was surprised because I had never used like a pinky powder before. The only thing with doing one half on one side of the face and one half on the other is that my nose is kind of getting left out. This had Luminous Light on it. And this one is Mood Light. But I really do like this. Not really noticeable though. Now that I'm looking at them both together. But sometimes it is what it is, you know? As usual, suspects are showing up. Yeah. It's like y'all just be sitting by the phone waiting for that notification. Strawberry pound cake. Yeah, but some of those are really funny. You know, when I watched tonight, it was funny. This just had the Fashion Fair powder on it. All right, let's prime the eye. Yeah. Why am I Agnes oriented? I'm gonna have to go back and do the description box. So I didn't even do that. I just like took a picture from the gallery for the thumbnail. Because I feel like, and maybe it's because this is the way it is for me. If there's a thumbnail and not just a regular show the person's face in their live, if it shows a picture of something, I'm more likely to click on it than just seeing their face and it says they're live right now. And so I just went through my gallery and just picked one of my Vanngo pictures for the thumbnail. Because I feel like most people don't read, but they just look at the pictures. If they do that. Well, they would have to look at the picture to click it, but yeah, I don't think, like they say, you know, thumbnails and titles, but I feel like a lot of people don't even pay attention to titles. I'm a thumbnail and title person. And more so the title, because sometimes they'll, and they say, you know, put something that'll evoke emotion for your thumbnail. And so people put stuff, and I'm like, that's an exaggeration of what the video is actually about. And sometimes it's like borderline clickbait. And so I do read the titles. There's a lot of spammy videos going up lately. I watched one the other day. What did it say? It was a company that they said was leaving the United States. And it wasn't Coca-Cola, which isn't. But a while ago, there was a video, not even that long ago, it was a video saying Coca-Cola is leaving the United States. And when I looked it up, when I went to read articles online, it was like, it's not. And so I saw a thumbnail that Amazon is leaving the U.S. because of the tariffs. And so I Googled it, and it was like, no, that's false. And the articles that they're rotating, where that's being rotated, are from May this year. Today is September 28th. And so I'm just like, okay. So even with, you know, videos, and it's not, and those are more so, I mean, the channel names look legit. It might be like, you know, Central Politics or something like that. But some of those are even spammy. Or I should say scammy, because they're giving you misinformation in the video. And so I usually stick to MSNBC. Sometimes I watch Politico, sometimes New York Times, that type of thing. I knew not to watch Fox News because they've been bought. And so, you're not in the mood for a live tonight. New live tonight. I have been putting off using this palette, not intentionally. I just been chilling like all weekend, y'all. It's been ridiculous. So I just been lounging. I'm just like, what is wrong with me? So we're going to just do light to dark, really simple. We're going to go here, here, and in here. Use this for brow bone. And for this side, we'll probably do, this is interesting. This is an interesting shade. So I think we're going to do this inner corner for over here, and then this one, and then the black, and then maybe this for, I don't know, let's just do it. I saw it on Instagram. The definition of clickbait, yup. I saw it too, Lock, and I was like, I was saying a little while ago, excuse me for smacking, nature has more color than that palette. I'm just like, I don't, how is that nature? Just because you put like one olive green in there? But because I like the formula of the Moonlight one, I said I might get it for my kit. But I checked the PAO for Moonlight, and it's only 12 months. And so I'm like, no, because then I'll have to trash it in a month or keep it for me or put it in my Macari store. And so I'm saying now I'm not going to get it, but I might change my mind. So we're going to take this one. This is a quirky color. I like that, though. We're going to take this one. These are creamy. I was talking to a friend of mine. Okay, what the hell? This looks bold. Oh, what was I saying? I was telling a friend of mine something, and I forgot what I was going to say. I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, each palette that I have, it seems to be one shade that really doesn't want to come to the party. And even watching other people's videos with Vanngo Beauty eyeshadow palettes, it's usually still just like one shade that people are like, And I have experienced that with each of the palettes I use. That green, that one, yeah, the green and the blue, like it was just one shade each. This is murky. He has a video where he explained what aspect of nature inspired the palette. Sitting in a dusty cornfield, and you see a leaf. I'm just joking, but yeah, I was just like, nature has more color than that. Unless he was somewhere like the Grand Canyon, because the Grand Canyon is a lot of like neutral colors. It's a lot of different colors, but they're all neutral. Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon? When I went there, I was in awe because if you've seen pictures of the Grand Canyon, it looks like that in person. It looks the same in person as it does in the pictures. Like it doesn't look like there's any dimension to it really. And I was just like, I'm standing there, and of course they have the rail. So I'm standing there and I'm looking like, this looks like a fucking picture. I was just like, oh my God. But very beautiful. But I expected it to look different in person than it does in pictures, because usually things do look different in person than they do in pictures. But it looked the same. And I was just like, so that kind of threw me off. I was just like, oh. So I don't know where Mario was when he came up with that color story, but yeah, I'll watch it. If I remember, I'll watch it. But it is like extremely neutral. So I'm just like, Then we're going to come back over here. And each brush has its own shade. I'm sitting here with all these brushes laid out. These are the ones I used in the last live stream. I feel the same. There is one shade that just does not clock in for a full ship. Yeah, she's in a breakout. She's in a break room on her phone eating a bag of chips. Yeah, it seems to be one in every palette. I'm trying to think in Warm Neutrals was there. Not Warm Neutrals. Wonderful Warms, there was a shade that did that. But I distinctly remember in Generous Green and Yellow, there was one shade that was just like, what are you doing? And I remember that light blue or that dark blue or something we put over here, and it didn't want to blend. I was just like, so we'll see if these are all here showed up for duty. We're going to take this one. I am glad that I got this, even though I have Xenon, because this does look like a charcoal gray. This looks like a deeper charcoal gray, and this is a black. Xenon, their shades are blue based. There's one in there that's described as something something black, but the other two that look black, they're blue based. Will it make that much of a difference though? Comparing this palette with that, I don't know. And it definitely does have like sparkling shades in xenon. So, but I still just wanted to have this because he's the love of my life. You shared it in your story. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember to go over there. You know what? I don't look at stories on Instagram. The only time I see stories on Instagram is if somebody sends me something. And reels show up, or maybe their stories too, I don't know, but I think they're reels that show up like in my feed. And so every now and then I'll end up doom scrolling, and then I'm like mad at myself, like, okay, what else could I have done in this amount of time, even though I spend no longer than like 3 minutes on Instagram scrolling. So it's like whoever is at the top as far as like pictures, that's who I'll either just heart, I'll scroll a little bit in the heart, or I just but then we're going to come down to this shade. Excuse me for that glare. Where did I say? Oh, this one. I think with more mainstream brand, with a main, oh my gosh, I can't read, I promise you. I think with the more mainstream brand like Makeup by Mario, whose whole brand is neutral looks, they're never gonna go full one color. They leave that to, excuse me, to the indies and down Vanngo. Yeah, because each artist, each brand, they have their own aesthetic. I was going to say this is blending in, but I can see a difference. They each have their aesthetic. And that's why I appreciate Notoriously Morbid, because they have their own thing going on. And most brands do have their own thing, and that's what they're known for. And right now, I'm thinking of how that helps me to appreciate Natasha even more, because she'll do neutrals, and then but she'll also do dark tones, and then she gave us that wonderful Circle Local palette she gave us years ago, Leela. So she will do different stuff. I'm laughing inside right now. I was someone had posted their picture of the new Gilded from Pat McGrath Labs, and they had it on top of or next to the one that had the black space in the middle that people were complaining about. So I think that one was like 2 years ago, I think. And people were, the person who posted y'all was salty because people would be like, oh, well, that's a pass because it is because of that. And she would be like, oh, you, it's fair for you to pass. And I'm like, girl, nobody didn't ask for your validation. And some of the shades do look very similar. And people were like, oh, it's the same color story. It's just, condensed and rearranged. And she was like, well, they're not exactly the same. And I'm just like, girl, I will tell you this for sure. I know this for a fact because I was watching Kara's video. The last two shades at the bottom, that bluey shade, and then the one that's like a blackish blue, because she read the names of the shadows, and so I know for sure those last two shades are from one of the Bijou Brilliance quints. They are exactly the same actual shade. So that had me thinking, this is the brush that had this first shade on it. So that had me thinking, what else in here is like a straight dupe from something else? But those two last shades are from one of the quints, because I remember the names. One was Aquamarine something, and I forget what the other one was, but I seen them because I had that quint. I'm like, those are the same exact shades. These, they don't quite blend in. I can see that this is greenish and this is like whatever this is, but I do like it. So far, no duds. So for outer quanta, we're going to take this shade. I'm going to bring this shade over a little bit more. What brush was that? Was that this brush? Yeah, we're going to bring this on my eye. That's this shade. It's looking like right here it's looking almost bluish to me, but it's in here it's looking grayish. And this mirror over here, and even like right here, it's looking kind of bluish gray maybe. But we're going to bring this further over. This is an interesting color. And at least two of the shades in there look like they were dual chrome, because she did swatches on her arm first, and then she did eyelid swatches. When she did on her arm, two of them looked like dual chrome. Looked like they were dual chromes, but when she did the eye swatches, only one of them looked like it was a dual chrome. And I feel like it's not usually dual chromes in those palettes, but it's definitely, those last two are definitely from one of the Bijou Brilliance quints. But yeah, the one who posted was, yeah. And I was reminded that stands will stand. I was just like, oh, like she a little salty. Um, so now for this side, no, we're still over here because we went backward. We're gonna take this shade for our outer corner on this side. I was just like, girl, same exact vibe. Like you can't get past it. But they keep saying, but they're different though. At least two of them shades are exactly from another palette, from one of her quints. It might have been Lunar Nightshade. I'm not sure, but whichever one had those two blues, it was like a lighter blue and then like a blue black with sparkles. And so we know that there's at least two exact dupes. How can you be so sure that some of the other stuff isn't duped? But I was just cracking up, like, And it looks like a lot of fallout too from looking at Kara's video. Not that it would be unmanageable, because I thought maybe I'll put that in my kit. But then I don't want to have messy stuff in my kit because when I'm doing faces, I'm just trying to do the face. I'm not trying to do a whole lot of cleanup, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. And I do the face first. Yes, I'm not trying to deal with that. And then I thought, well, in one of Bestie's Let's Go to TJ Maxx videos, if it's for $19.99, I might be texting her like, hey, because that's when she sent me the other Pat one, because she showed it in a short. I was like, how much was that palette? I do like that shape, but I don't like that I can see like the paint pot over here, but we will fix that later, maybe, or just ignore it. Time will tell what we do with it. And then we're going to take this black, and that's going to go over here. So far, no duds. I'm going to stand for Blend Bunny, but I can still admit that sometimes there are similar / dupe shades from palette to palette. I'm still going to buy it, but no need to acknowledge it. Yeah, they were not acknowledging. They were just like, Yeah, I was just like, why is she? And I was laughing reading her comments back to people. And then even I commented. I said, I know for sure those last two shades are from one of the Bijou Brilliant quints. And she responded to me, and she said something like, this shade is pigmented, y'all. She said something like, I do think they would pair well together. And I'm like, if I'm telling you two shades are exact dupes and your reply is the palettes will pair well together, like you're not... And I'm not saying you have to address what I said, but if like the comment, I'm just like, that didn't make sense to me. Y'all, this shade is very pigmented. This black right here, this is, I did not dip back in. This black, oh my gosh. But I was kind of like, that doesn't, like her reply didn't fit my comment. So like that's just it, just don't acknowledge it, I guess. But I was just like, okay, girl. The same shade names, it's the same exact shade. And I was looking at them, I'm like, that looked like something else. And when Kara read the name, I'm like, yep, those are the ones. So it's those, yep. But I was like, excuse me for snagging. I was just like, that's interesting. I want to dip back in, but I kind of don't. Because this shade, I still didn't dip back in, y'all. And oh man, if y'all get composed cools, man, I don't think I'm gonna do a black on upper lash line because that is just gonna blend in. Yo, I did not dip back in. I have been on such a blend. Excuse me, I have been on such a blush journey. I need to do a serious declutter, but that blush palette is so silky and good. I have not used it yet. You know what, Jeanette said? You should do a blush collection video because we know you wear 6 blushes. And I said blushes on purpose because you said you really didn't like that other word that I really love. So I don't want to trigger you. Y'all, I did not dip back in. This black will go for days. Oh my gosh, I love it. And use a smaller brush because I did have like 1 or 2 pieces of fallout, but because I just kept, well, you saw how I applied it, like it didn't come out, but there were like 2 or 3 flecks down here. I'm wondering if I want to bring this side out more, but I like the shape. Let's leave it or not. Okay, let's go back to it. We're going back to this shade. This is a nice black. We're gonna bring that just kind of further out. I was gonna say straight, but when I looked, it's crooked. we're going to tap in this black, y'all. Ooh, that's nice. I wonder how that would compare to Makeup by Mario's black in the Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette that I have. This is, excuse me for smacking, this is covering up the primer and the paint pot that I put down here as a base. I have like 3 or 4 blush journey videos on my channel, but I haven't done an update in a while. I had said that I was getting bored with blushers over. You were wrong. I think you should do a collection video. We know people like collection videos, or like a collection declutter video. That would be a long one, and a live stream at that, because I think that would do really well. Okay, so we did bring that out a lot further. Excuse me. I don't like how it's this hook right here, but it's because of how I did my brows, but we're going to leave it. So like this one is still, like if I extended the brow, it would just come straight, where this one is kind of cut off. Do I really care? No. No, I do not. No, I don't. Alright, so, we are going to, I'm going to take 2 of these brushes, because everything gets its own thing. And we're just going to just buff on this line to bring it up a little bit, and also to blend. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. So we only got 2 more to use. This one and this one. And if those 2 are good, this one had no duds. Well, I'm not even going to say the other ones were duds. They were just fickle. I like this. Oh my gosh, I like this. Okay, put that down. Take a clean one. This one, I think, just because it's darker, or well, darker than this side, it is more noticeable that this top line needs to be blended. And sometimes I let the brow bone shade do that, but I don't want to bring the brow bone shade all the way down to here, because I think that this area is too large of an area for me to want all of that lit up like a disco ball. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. Yeah, so I'm not going to get the Soft Natasha palette, because honestly, looking at Miriam's video, it just looked dusty. And I say that because I'm, I guess, medium to tan. I still don't really know what I am. But I know that it is for lighter complexions, and so I'm not dumping on it. Y'all, this is nice. Oh my gosh, that's nice. I'm thinking, what am I thinking for lower lash line? I don't know. We're going to take this shade. I don't want to use this brush. We're going to put those brushes back home. And we're going to take out 2 of these. Don't forget, y'all, my Pinsies giveaway ends this week. We're going to use both of these. These are Scott Bourne's brushes. I still do stand by his brushes. And we're going to take this white. And we're going to just use this for brow bone over here. This is pretty. Showing up very easily. So. I just got nauseous. All I had was Boathouse Farms today. So we're just putting that there. That is nice. I'm going to tap in lightly, because I want to bring that down here. That ain't do nothing but make it look lighter. That's okay. That's okay. Hey Stormy, how are you? And we're going to take this shimmer. This is the last shade to use. Oh my gosh, y'all, what is wrong with me right now? As opposed to any other time, right? Vanessa, you sit down to them, Bunny. Yeah, I did see that. They're going to rotate their PR. And I understand it, and I agree with it. Because you send PR, and there is no obligation to post. So it's like half dozen on one hand, half dozen on the other, which I never understood that saying, because you only have 4 fingers and a thumb on each side. But anyway, I like how when you turn, you see it, but then it kind of fades away. I like this. So there is no obligation to post, right? So what's the big deal about if somebody doesn't post? And we know that they do still, I think they still expect people to post, even though there's no obligation to. And so I understand, okay, you're not getting a return for your investment, but there's no requirement to do so. But But I do get it though. But some people do just get so much stuff. It's like they may be like, oh, I have, a pack, boxes of PR sitting over here for the last 3 months. I haven't gotten to it yet. And I'm like, damn. And then they're like, well, if you want me to still do the video, I'll do it. But is it still even relevant at this point, kind of thing? This is the brush that I used to blend out this top line. So I do agree with, I'm going to turn off this fan because this eye is starting to tear. I wholeheartedly agree with sending PR to smaller channels because we're just happy to get stuff, and it's just being sure that they're not letting their excitement cloud their review or first impressions of the product, because that's a legit thing too. It's like, oh, I'm just so happy to get it, it's perfect, and somebody else buy it and be like, girl, that palette was trash. Why did I let you influence me to get it and it's trash? But for me, I do content anyway, so whatever somebody sends me, it's never any obligation to post, but I'm going to post because I do a lot of content. I have something going up almost every day, so like, why would I not? So lower lash line, they hope people will post. I think so too, yeah. But there's many that spend their coin on a brand that might get the brand if they got PR, yeah. I hope so too, Janessa, because you do a lot of, and then you just did the Blend Bunny thing the other night. One thing that was kind of like, this eye has fallout. There was somebody that was commenting that was like, oh, I'm glad you're going to be giving it to, well, you're going to rotate the list, and, she's a pro MUA, and so, she would definitely be posting it and using it and not yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, I understand putting a plug in, because I told y'all, I emailed Fashion Fair, like, y'all don't have complexion products to match me, and I'm a POC person, and your brand is for POC people, so, I would be more than welcome to receive PR for any new complexion products. I still haven't heard back, and that was months ago. I might be in their trash folder, I don't know. I never heard anything like either way, but we're going to take, I think we're going to do this on first half, lower lash line, and then this one on second half. And so, what did I just say? Did we? These two. I say stuff and then forget. And somebody else had commented something. She was like, yeah, but... Or somebody else was saying she would rather see, like, small content creators get it. And the pro MUA person commented to her. She was like, well, yeah, that too, but pro MUA should get it too because it's other stuff. So she was really plugging hard. And I was thinking how, like, I don't do that. I may mention it. But, like, she was commenting other people's comments. Yeah, but, pro MUA, and I'm just like, girl, calm down. It's okay. Like, either you're going to get it or you ain't. But I was just like, she trying hard. And even if brand sent me PR for, because I'm a pro MUA, I think about, like, how often would it even get used? Because unless I'm at a conference, I'm doing, like, troll play type stuff. You know what I mean? And so, am I going to just use a regular basic eyeshadow palette? Like, I don't think so. Then now we're going to take this one here. You've already been making, content, track, bootcamp workshops, at least 5 people from those classes end up placing with, yep. And so I do always tag brands. And not even trying to get their attention for PR, but just like, hey, I just want you to see what I did with your product. You know what I mean? And also, I do think that helps other brands when they're considering PR, if they're looking at your page to see, like, are you tagging brands? What are you doing? Are you tagging what you're using? And some people went on a thing last year for the last couple, well, I can't even say that because I just got back on Instagram this year. But prior to May last year, which is when they broke up with me, there were some people who were not tagging brands at all because they said, I want it to be about the makeup and not about the brand. And so there was a movement to not even focus on brands, which y'all know I'm like, wear whatever brand you want to, do whatever you want to do. This is this shade right here, and it is not covering up that blue eyeliner, which is interesting. This shade covered up the blue eyeliner, this first half, maybe because it has some sheen to it. But I'm kind of surprised that the blue eyeliner is still showing through there. I like it though, because it does add more color to the look. So now I gotta turn my fan back on. I'm starting to sweat already. We're going, this is an interesting shade. I'm gonna put this under there. It's an interesting shade, like how it showed up. It's definitely my vibe, because it is like that grungy, swampy, excuse me, green. But you know what, that was muted. That's what it is. Excuse me. I saw on YouTube a thumbnail from Colin holding up the new Nomad palette. And when I first saw it, I thought it was Ghost Town. And maybe because it's muted, how Ghost Town was muted. I was just like, oh. So I saw the thumbnail and then I read the title and I'm like, oh, that's the new one. But it does look a little dusty. And that's what they were going for. I don't even know what place they went to. But I have been having, oh damn, that just pulled right off. Dead skin on my face. Certain places. I'm gonna take a clean brush, and we're not gonna go into that black, y'all. This black. Whew. We're gonna take this shade. Actually, do I want to take that all the way? No, we're not gonna take it all the way across. Y'all, no duds in this palette. I'm still waiting for the love of my life to get home so we can have a talk about the Sephora's who don't have any of his stock. I'm waiting for him to get home. Me and him need to have that talk. Oh, a piece of shadow just crumbled and fell. This is one of the creamy shades. Okay. No fallouts. Why am I doing that? Habit. Alright, so we are almost done. Yo, I got all these brushes to wash. That's okay. So that is this entire palette. These 4 shades over here. These 4 over here. This looks like it's a ball patch right there. That's this shade. This is a clean brush because I already put the brushes in the dirty brush holder. I don't know which one it was, but I do know it does build up. It does do that. That's interesting because it did look like it was a gap. And now it doesn't. Okay, so it's buildable. Yay for him. Okay. Alright, so that's that palette. I can't even get my finger in here to pick this up. Oh, here we go. I was looking for a space for my finger. These are all the brushes I used for this look. So this goes into the kitchen and next to the sink, and then I lay them out and wash them. It only takes like less than 5 minutes because the ones that are the same, like since we use like 4 of these, I'll wash all of those together. This type of thing. What are we doing? We got our lip to do and then we'll be done, y'all. What? We're only coming up to an hour. Doing them lives with Janessa. Hey, my look great in every hat friend. How are you doing today? Oh, Kim and Karen. Oh, you done added somebody to the party. Do I want to, okay, upper lash line. I think I do still want to do a black. This side I'm wanting to do a blue, but I don't know. Where did I put? Oh, it's right there. I'm wanting to do a blue over here. And we'll do a black over here. Maybe this one for over here. Okay, we're gonna do that. Gonna do that. Oh, she is. I appreciate you popping in. Well, I need 2 brushes. We're gonna take 2 of the Eastern brushes. No, we're not. We're gonna take 2 of the lethal brushes. Because one of the lethal ones is stained. I'm trying to see if another one is stained. Hi, Keith. How are you? I'm okay. Just fishing for brushes over here. I think I might only have these 2. So we're going to use... Yeah, we'll just use these 2. How are you tonight, Keith? So we're going to use this darker blue. This duo is Neon Nights. Says my handy dandy labels, because among other hoes, I'm a label hoe. So we put the water in it and we're just going around. This is a water activated liner. I'm going to tap it on my palette that had the face primer and foundation on it, just in case it's too much on the brush. So then we're going to put this over here. These are so easy to use, as eyeliner should be in general, I think. I think all makeup should be easy to use. When I use stuff that has a learning curve to it, I'm just like, what the heck is this? Like, can you just go on? It is too much water on here. Says me that's going back in to do the wing. So this eye is done. That eye is done. So we're going to take a clean brush and we're going to go into Y2K. This is a 10 pan bundle, and because it's a 9 pan palette, I have Y2K in here, and these are also notoriously morbid stuff. Well, that doesn't matter because this is lethal. So I put the black one in here because I don't use black liner that often, and so that's why I didn't put it in where the other ones are. So I'm dipping the brush in the water, wiping the brush. So I have water in here, I dip it in, and then I do like this on the edge to get the excess water off. And then I swipe the brush in the liner and turn it as I go. Doesn't seem to be too much, so we're just going to go ahead and apply this on the upper lash line. I do think it's going to blend in when we get to the outer corner because that black shade is nice, y'all. Showed up really nicely and very easily. So if you do get this one, use a small brush. If you use that black, you do not need a lot at all. Not at all. Do you have any of these come from Lethal? Oh, you're doing good? That's good to hear, Keith. I like them because they're so easy to get off. If I use like a MAC paint pot or an Inglot liner or MAC fluid line, specifically the Inglot, some suckers don't move. But these water activated ones, because I use makeup remover wipes for liner and mascara, it just comes straight off. And even if I just wet a tissue and put it on it, it'll come off. The only downside for me is that if my eyes tear, it'll just wipe it right away. And so that's that one. I'm liking both of these looks. This one is looking really blue to me, which is, I want to say ironic because these are all grays. But these 4 shades are over here. This shade to me has a blue base to it because that's this shade right here. Let me know if y'all are seeing gray or blue-ish with this shade. This right here, this entire area, that's this shade. It doesn't look like it has any blue in the pan, but on my complexion, it's looking blue. It does dry down, but again, like if my eyes tear, it'll wipe it away because it's water activated. So even after it dries, and that's what it does in the pan. This is the blue one that I used over here in like the dark blue, and already you can see that it's dry. And that's the one I just used over here. And I do leave it open a little bit. And so the black one is still a little bit moist, but it dries down. But if I were to put water on that brush again and go back in, it would activate it again. So that's the only downside. And because I have allergies and teary eyes, like, so whether I use these or not depends on if I'm going somewhere where I want it to stay, or if my eyes tear, just go into a restroom and just clean it up so it doesn't look like it's transferred, and then just leave it like that. But it is so easy to get off because them Inglots, y'all, them Inglots don't want to move at all. Not at all. I'm just like, so you see gray? I do have color perception issues. I do. Because to me, I'm seeing like a shiny bluish tint to it. Anybody else? Are y'all seeing like a bluish tint to that? Or you're just seeing just plain gray? We're going to use the Tower 20. I always want to say Tower 20 weight. Tower 28 mascara that Grace sent me. This is brown, and I do like this on my lower lash lines. I like the formula too. It does give the appearance of me having longer lashes, which mascara does not lengthen your lashes. It might just make them look like that because of how the brush and the formula combs through your lashes. Or it'll say this mascara will make your lashes look more volumized. It's just an illusion because of the brush. Like a mascara is not going to volumize your lashes. It'll just make them look like it does. So that's one of those marketing things, the way they say stuff. What is this? The ball of shadow. I will say no duds in this palette. You should say silver. Did I put mascara over here at the bottom? Yeah. I do stuff and be like, did I just do that? You say silver. That might be what I'm seeing too, but my brain is saying a bluish tint. Silver, maybe the blue tint is a reflection. Wait. I should say silver. Maybe the blue tint is a reflection of the blue. You might be right, because by this being so blue, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. This eye is tearing, and so the liner is transferring. So this is what I'm talking about. If my eyes tear, if you see this shiny spot right here, that's because my eyes are tearing, and so it's making the liner transfer, and then it's just going to wipe it away. So this did fix it, but if my eye keeps tearing, let me turn this fan off again. So now there's like no liner like right here, and it's okay. We're gonna keep it that way because I'm gonna have to keep going back, and so we're not. I am actually sweating right now. This is the Lancome Sills Booster mascara, primer, mascara base. Sometimes I can see it on my lashes, and sometimes I don't, and I don't worry too much about it. This is, thank you. This is Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. Initially they sent it to me, and since then I have purchased it during one of their sales, and also put in for replenishment. They let us replenish 4 times a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year. But I actually did purchase this in a bundle with one of their lip oils and one of their lip glosses, and I paid for that bundle. So that says a lot with how much I really like this, if I'm going to pay for it. And for me, if I do like something, if I like something from a brand that they send me, I will spend money on a brand. And I wonder if many people do that, or they just keep using, whatever they were sent and don't invest in the brand kind of thing. Like what I do with Notoriously Morbid, I do get credits, but I do use the credits. Y'all, I'm still waiting on them damn lipsticks that I ordered on June 26th. I'm just like, when are they going to get here? And I forgot about it till just now. I'm just like, where? And I keep wondering if I should follow up, because they also said they were sending me some packages. They were waiting for one thing to come in. They were going to send it together. And so I'm being patient, because that was only like the first week of September, even though we're at the end of September. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't know. I miss our late night talks, but on the positive side, that means I've been sleeping without insomnia. And you do know I'm back on Instagram, right? I got back, it let me back in May this year. So it was a complete year that I was not on there. I think I did message you, because people I used to chat with before, I did send them a message like, hey, I'm back on Instagram. Because that's what I miss most. The thing I missed most was chatting with people, because there were a handful of people that we would chat on a regular basis. The second thing I missed was the Creative Art with Heart collab. That was the second thing I missed. And I haven't even done those in like 2 weeks now, y'all, because I've been doing other stuff. I'm sweating. Lip. I don't know if I want to put this lip liner on. This is the color of it. I wish it was darker. It's very smooth. It's very creamy, but I'm not fond of that color. I'll just say that. This side. Which side should I do Vanngo Red? I'm thinking Vanngo Red for this side, but let me hold them both up. This is On the Runway. This is Vanngo Red. I'm thinking this way because this is deeper and this is the darker side. And even with the blush and bronzer, we did the darker ones. Yep, we're friends again on IG now. I am glad you are sleeping better. But I do think this would go with this one too. But let's do this one because we got that orange. I'm still seeing blue, and maybe it is just the eyeliner because that's still blue. So we're not gonna use the lip liner. We're gonna put these on because I did something the other day that I really liked. I put this on my upper lip, and I went, and it looked perfect on the bottom lip. And I have never had a lipstick ever do that. I've always had to still apply it on the bottom. So we're gonna turn these down because I might be too aggressive, and I do not want to break my eye lipsticks. And y'all know I don't do bullet lipsticks. So this is on the runway that sneaky ass Janessa has sent to me. I'm gonna put this over here. This is the vibe. I'm looking at it with this eye look over here. And we're gonna take Vanngo Red. Having put this on and now putting this one on, this one is a tad drier than this one. This one was like super creamy. And so I'm noticing like a slight tug. Not that it's dry, because when his lipsticks are on, these colors are pretty. It doesn't feel like anything on my lips. And I'm thinking it had to have been alive with Janessa. I'm like, do you feel it on your lips? She's like, no. I'm like, me neither. They are very creamy, but this one just feels like ultra creamy. I don't think, yeah, this feels like a lip balm, even though it's a lipstick. This is very, it feels very emollient. And I don't know if I would have noticed it if I didn't do this first and then this one right after. But hi Kylie. Oh, thank you. Vanngo Red on the darker side, yeah. So watch this, y'all. I have never had a lipstick that I didn't have to apply on the bottom lip. Look at my lips. Let me move this mirror out the way because it creates a shadow. I have never in my life, the orange one, it did fade some, like in this area. This is a lighter formula. I can say that. It's more sheer also. I will say that. But I've never, and dare I say, even though I'm not a bullet lipstick person, this will help me to wear this more, because trying to apply on my bottom lip, I always have problems with bullets. But this, I don't gotta do nothing else. I have never in my life had to not actually take it and put it on my bottom lip. So I'm going to put some more of this on because this did sheer it out. I can see my lip color through it in the mirror over here. But I have never, I'm going to put a little down here. I have never had a lipstick. This is very sheer compared to this one. Not sheer where there's no color, but hello. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Thank you for popping in. But I have never had to not put lipstick under there on the bottom. This one, yes, because it's very sheer compared to this one. It's not as opaque. Yo, this is pretty. And no, I'm not converting to bullet lipsticks, like not at all. And neither one of these have a lip liner on. When I first put this on, I'm like, oh, I need a lip liner. Thank you, Lena. But when I wore this the last time with no lip liner, I'm like, this is really nice. So I think they're growing on me. That's what I think. So I don't know how to do this, but we're going to do it like this. So this is one look. And this is look number 2. So we did it, y'all. We did it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So these are our 2 looks with composed cools, different blush and bronzers, different eyeliners for lower lash line and inner rooms, different eyeliners for upper lash line. But yeah, we use this entire palette. Thank you, Kylie. And no duds. No duds in this palette. Again, if you get composed cool, use a small brush with this black, because it is intense. I didn't need a lot, and it went far. And so This caught me by surprise, but it does show up how it looks. That's this shade right here. But I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, it showed up how it looks. But I am digging it, y'all. I'm excited. We still have a collab coming up with Grace, Janessa and I and Grace. Hubba. Are you doing that because of the makeup, Kim, or my shoulders? Kim likes my shoulders. There was something I was going to mention, but I'll save that for maybe our live stream tomorrow night. Because something I was thinking about from something that somebody said in a live before. Both. Damn, it's funny. And so, yeah, we're going to go, y'all. I'm looking in the mirror over here like, damn, I really like both of these looks. Now, could I do these looks with other stuff? Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes. Why does it feel like I'm drooling? What is happening? I need to go. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you. Oh, you too, Kim. And sleep well tonight. So we're going to go, everybody. I really like both of these. This does look blue to me, though, but I have color perception issues. This is nice. I'm going to go because I'm going to still be sitting here just looking at myself. So thank you, everybody, for popping in. Thank you for the replay crew. Thank you for all the new people. If you're new, go ahead and they do look nice together. They do. One day I'll do orange at the top and red on the bottom, but then I'll forget and do one of these, and then it's going to mix the colors because I'll forget. You think you like the right one better? Your right or my right? This is my right. So you're talking about number 1 or number 2? So number 1 or number 2? But I really dig it. And he is the love of my life. Number 1, this side, yeah. When I saw him show this shade in his reveal video, I said, I want that orange. I'm like, I want that. And yeah, so I'm digging it. So we're going to go, y'all. Thank you very much. Oh, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I do lives at least 3 times a week. In October, we have at least 3 lives a week to do. Janessa and I and Grace are going to do a collab with our Vanngo palettes. And so keep an eye out for that. It reminds you of the sun. It kind of does. It does. So keep your eye on that. So make sure you subscribe to both of them if any of you are not. And we're going to go. You will see me again tomorrow for our live stream. And so as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you'll see me soon. You can set off the replay crew, Michelle. Yeah, I didn't plan it. I just came on here and played with my Vanngo stuff. Replay crew in the house. All right, y'all, we're going to go. Everybody have a good night. Oh, thank you. And don't forget to come back and watch. We'll be live again tomorrow night, so you'll get to see me again and hear me say your name. I'll be like, hey, Kylie. All right, everybody, have a good night, and thank you for being here, and you'll see me tomorrow. Bye.